new Azure DevOps support model, additional Azure regions, and more features in Azure. These and much more in today's M&AN Show. Hello everyone, and welcome along to the new episode of the M&AN Show. This is actually the first episode, so let me explain you a bit how it works. Every week I will review the news regarding Microsoft and Azure that have been published in that week. Today we have 5 different news to review, so let's start. The first news is about the new support model for Azure DevOps. Starting February 24, the legacy, basic and premium support options for Azure DevOps are retired, and support for our cloud-based Azure DevOps will be offered through Azure support plans instead. Before, when you purchase Azure DevOps support, you had to do it through a dedicated channel within the product. Now, the offer for support is being unified, so as long as you have an Azure support plan, will cover also Azure DevOps. Also means that you will have free billing support, as all the Azure services have, and free technical support if you go through the community channels like developer community and Stack Overflow. I think overall this is a good news. The greater majority of Azure DevOps clients seem to have some sort of Azure subscription, so they will not need anymore to have 2 different separate support contracts, so they will not pay double for having the support they deserve. And I think is a pretty good news. Let's move to the next one. So the next news is the preview of Active Directory authentication for Azure files. I think this has been a very requested feature, so let's read what this says. We are excited to announce the preview of Azure Files Active Directory authentication. You can now mount your Azure files using AD credentials, as long as your Active Directory identities are synced to Azure AD. And this will work using Windows File Explorer, just like any regular file share. Again, this is a feature that is being long asked for. I think this is again a pretty good news. This will take the whole Azure Files experience to a even more enterprise approach. And there's been thousands and thousands of people I talked to. They were saying, yeah, Azure Files is a great service, but we want to have the same kind of rules and flexibility and authentication and security that we have on our file share on-prem. Well, with this feature, with this new feature, that is finally possible. So I really look forward to use that service with the new capabilities. Just a couple of days ago, Microsoft announced that they will open a data center region in Spain to help accelerate digital transformation of public and private entities. So if I'm not wrong, this will be the 58th region Microsoft has already opened or is planning to open. And as I'm sure you all know, with these many regions, Azure is the cloud with the broadest presence in the world. It has more regions than AWS and Google Cloud combined, which is fantastic, especially if you need to reach your clients or your users everywhere in the world. This is a great thing. I would love to have a region of Azure in any country. I'm pretty sure that some technical difficulties in there, but it's a very, very good move. And also, as part of the announcement, Microsoft announced also that they are expanding the strategic partnership with Telefónica, which is one of the main telecommunication providers in Spain. So they will reach even more people with even less latency and higher speed. And this data center, this new region, will not only host the Azure services, but will be also used for Office 365, Dynamics 365, and the Power Platform. So again, I really look forward to start using those services in the new region, is not very close to me. I'm based out of Hong Kong, but I know a lot of people in Spain, a lot of people in Portugal, and everyone told me that they are really happy about this. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, this is also something I'm really excited about. Announcing the preview of Azure Shared Disk for cluster application. I'll read it first and then I'll give you some comments. Today, this was a couple of days ago, we are announcing the limited preview of Azure Shared Disk, the industry's first shared cloud block storage. Azure Shared Disk enables the next wave of block storage workloads migrating to the cloud, including the most demanding enterprise applications, currently running on premises or on storage area network. These include cluster database, parallel file system, persistent containers, and machine learning applications. Again, I'm super excited about this. I've heard clients asking for this all the time. This was one of the main reasons for some enterprise application not to be migrated to the cloud, and with these new Azure capabilities, the industry's first, no one has these capabilities anywhere in any cloud provider. We are enabling all those clients to finally migrate their application to the cloud. And this of course works for both Windows and Linux, so there's no limit on the application you can migrate or build in the cloud using this new feature. Again, this has been asked many times, especially for Oracle clients or companies that actually heavily use Oracle database, Oracle RAC, and those kind of applications. This is a huge move. And if you think of all the distributed application like distributed file system, clustered application, this is a really good news. Last but not least, Azure Sphere. If you don't know about Azure Sphere, is the Microsoft answer to secure IoT, and it's a combination of hardware and software that takes IoT and embedded application to the maximum security that it's actually possible. So again, I'm going to read the news. They said today Azure Sphere, Microsoft integrated security solution for IoT devices and equipment, is widely available for the development and deployment of secure connected devices. As the news says, Azure Sphere is actually GA now. Azure Sphere is probably not as widely adopted as the other Azure services we just talked about, but I guess it's a very good take from Microsoft trying to do security and trying to answer the escalating threats that we can see in the IoT and embedded world. This is something that it's constantly present in every hour of our lives, because when you talk about IoT, you don't talk only about industrial application. That of course, this solution is one of the target, but you also talk about all the connected device that basically you have everywhere, whether it's in your home or in your offices and so on and so forth. So having more security, especially if you look at the last news, is something that really comes in the right moment, and I'm sure this will have a lot of traction in the IoT world. So those were the 5 news for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you find it useful, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Also leave me some comment in the box below if you want to have more information about this news, or if you want me to take on something different, some other kind of news. I'm open to suggesting. Thank you very much for joining me today, and see you soon on Coder Dave.